Hey everybody, Patrick Ossis here. So I got a little issue with this officer-involved shooting. This one's out of Las Vegas, and I encourage all of you to look. I'm only going to give you the highlights of the police briefing, but I encourage you all to look in the description for this video and follow the link to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department's own YouTube channel and watch the full briefing, because I'm only going to show you the highlights out of it. So I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of what happened out of their briefing, and then show you the video of the shooting, and then I'll come in and explain why I have a problem with this shooting. So let's go ahead and see the video from the Las Vegas police now.
The date and time of the call is October 27, 2018 at 12:17 a.m. The type of call was a person with a knife call. The location of the officer-involved shooting was 5436 Tinker Toy Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada. You can see the location on the screen to my left. The time of the officer-involved shooting, shots were fired at approximately 12:39 a.m. The suspect is Lloyd Napouk, N-A-P-O-U-K. He is a 44-year-old white male adult, 5'9", 165 pounds. He is pictured to my left. The suspect's weapon was a black 22-inch homemade plastic sword with black electrical tape over the handle resembling a machete. Napouk's criminal history is previous out of Alaska and Washington State. It includes DUI in 1999 and 2006, driving under influence felony with 2 priors in 2008, assault by striking, beating, wounding, felony 2004, disorderly conduct, harassing communication, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment. Napouk's charges, if he survived, would be resisting with the weapon. Details of officer-involved shooting. On October 27, 2018, at approximately 12:17 a.m., officers responded to the 5400 block of Floating Flower Avenue, referencing a white male adult looking into vehicles, walking onto patios, and carrying either a Slim Jim or a machete. The person reporting advised the suspect was talking to himself as he pointed his sword at vehicles and started walking door to door down the street. The person reporting advised the suspect had a machete and he was possibly trying to break into his neighbor's house. Sergeant Kenton, Officer Gunn, and the air unit arrived and made contact with the suspect, Lloyd Napouk, in front of 5436 Tinker Toy Avenue. They observed him holding what appeared to be a machete, which he pointed in the air twice. The officers repeatedly issued commands to Napouk to drop the machete, which he refused. The suspect did not speak clearly and appeared to be mumbling to officers. After 5 minutes of attempting to speak to the suspect, he walked toward Sergeant Kenton. Both officers gave commands to Napouk to stop and drop the machete or he would be shot. The suspect did not comply. Sergeant Kenton and Officer Gunn fired their duty weapons, striking him, causing him to fall to the ground. Officers approached Napouk and radioed for immediate attention. Officers also rendered aid to Napouk while medical was en route. Medical personnel responded to the scene and found him unresponsive. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. I will now show you footage from the 2 officers' body-worn cameras.
Drop it. What's in your hand? Put it on the ground. Put it on the ground. Put it on the ground now.
You'll hear the sergeant in the background. He's also to the right of the vehicle making contact with the suspect.
Put it down.
That's the sergeant.
Ocean 22, give me a red. Subject's not following commands, saying we're gonna have to shoot him. Drop it! Drop it now!
You heard the officer say that the suspect's
Drop
not
it!
following command, and that he's saying that we're going to have to shoot him.
Dude, just drop it. It's not worth it, man.
Just put it down! What you got? What you got, Sarge? Whoa!
It's another vehicle pulling up, which gives us a crossfire, so he's now going to back out. Suspect's also smoking a cigarette.
Put it on the ground! It's all good, man. We can talk.
You can see both the sergeant and the officer trying to negotiate with him, and he's not complying.
Copy, I see him.
Now puts the weapon out to his side, holds it up. Now I'll show you the sergeant's body-worn camera.
What's in your hand? Put it on the ground. Put it on the ground. Take your headphones out of your ears. Headphones.
We're going to try and calculate it.
Take the headphones out of your ears.
Midnight 34. Subject's not following command, saying we're going to have to shoot. Further channel for 1 Ocean 22 on the
Drop it!
1 Ocean 22 was your data location.
Hey,
Drop it!
dude, just drop it. It's not worth it, man.
Put it down!
Drop it.
Is there a continue to ask him to drop it?
He's not listening to verbal commands. He's got headphones in his ears.
Copy. What's your guys' updated location?
5441 Tinker Toy. Drop the knife, dude. It's not worth it, man.
Towards the end of this video, you'll hear the
Just
officers
drop it.
and the sergeant
We can talk about this, bud.
requesting less lethal options.
Dude, just drop it. It's not fucking worth it, man. You're not in any trouble. Just drop the weapon and we'll talk, okay? Just drop it, man. We'll drop it. We'll talk.
And unit 05, just watch your crossfire. You got units to the west of you.
Just drop it, man. It's not worth it, bud. Just drop it, man. Just talk to us. It's not worth it.
He just raised it up again.
Drop it. What's your name, man? What's your name, bud? What's your name? Let's get a unit with a beanbag shotgun.
Yeah, that has beanbag shotgun.
And can we get K9 out here and have medical standby? Call for medical. Hey, drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
Yeah, they're coming.
Hey!
Control 562, get ready to that call.
I'm gonna shoot you, motherfuckers.
I'm gonna shoot you!
Air 5, you're still not listening to me. Just kind of
Stop it! Stop!
If you take one more step, I will shoot you.
Just drop it, dude. It's not worth it, man. Just drop it, bud. Let's talk about this. What's your name, man? What?
He still has one that crowbar in his right hand.
What is your name?
On the driver's side of the vehicle right now.
Get out of here.
Just talk to me, bud.
Said, get out of here.
Talk to me. Talk to me, man. What's your name? Isaac? Did you say your name's Isaac? Isaac. This doesn't have to be this way, bud. Just please, just drop it.
560K.
Just drop it.
Okay, we can just kind of keep it contained for now. This is what I'd like to do. I want either a beanbag shotgun or a 40 mil from a tactical vehicle, a 4-man element, wait for me to get there with the dog, and then we'll formulate a plan.
Unit about to turn to the, can you make your right turn?
Just drop it, bud. I'm 803. I'm out on him. I need units to come to my rear if they're going to bring the shotgun. Me and Motion 22 are trying to talk to him.
Go straight, actually, all the way straight, please. Make your second right turn.
Yes, 3 arriving. I'll take Leslie Bush right now.
Peterson coming. That's right.
Just drop it, bud. I don't want to shoot you today. It's not worth it. I'm going to shoot you. You come one more step, you're dead.
Is there one other video?
Come on, man, just put it down. Just put it down.
Just drop it, bud. I don't want to shoot you today. It's not worth it.
I've taken saber rounds tonight.
Watch your crossfire.
Come one more step,
Hey!
you're dead.
Okay, now this is where I have a problem. Listen to this question by one of the media people that were at this press conference.
Did neither officer have any low lethal force with them, or if they did, why did they not use that?
Well, that was requested. Unfortunately, the shooting occurred before it arrived. You hear multiple times the sergeant asking for the shotgun, the beanbag. You have the K-9 sergeant, radio traffic, who was also asking for low lethal as well as waiting for K-9. Based on their perception of the threat and his movements and failure to comply, that they felt at that time they deployed deadly force.
They didn't have any tasers or anything on them?
They were armed with tasers at that time, yes.
So it seems like he kind of tried to avoid answering that question and then finally had to admit both officers had tasers on them. It would have been very simple for the sergeant in this case to tell the other officer or vice versa that one would be lethal coverage while the other attempted to use a taser. Tasers are not always effective, however they work very well when usually work pretty well when somebody's just wearing one shirt or without a jacket, and that looks to me like they would have had a pretty good chance on working with what that person was wearing. They didn't even attempt it. They opened fire on him, without ever trying to use a taser. I know they kept calling for less lethal. Apparently he's wanted beanbag shotguns, but they both had tasers. That was another option open to them. There's no way they could have known that thing was a toy or, and not a real machete. I don't blame them for that, but I find it pretty bad. Why have tasers then? What's the point? If you're never going to use them. I'm not saying they shouldn't have ever, should have just put their guns down and grabbed their tasers. Like I said, there was 2 officers there. One could have provided lethal coverage if they needed to, use the actual firearm, and the other one could have used the taser on him. And then if that didn't work and the suspect didn't advance, they could have switched and the other officer could have tried. So, you know, it just seemed like they were really quick to dump a lot of rounds into this person without attempting to use a less lethal mean, which they had right on their gun belt. I just don't understand why that was never employed. I think it's a valid question. What do you think?